Operation BABYLIFT, written by John McCarney. Interior, U.S. Embassy, night. Jenkins escorts Daly into the main dining hall. Several dignitaries sit at a large table. Ceiling fans run on high. The guests stare at Daly's attire. Daly is seated near U.S. Ambassador George Martin, 63, tall, stoic type. The ambassador nods to acknowledge Daly, but engages others in conversation. The ambassador gestures for Jenkins to come over. He whispers to Jenkins.
Who is this guy again?
Edward Daly, CEO of World Airways, our main military contractor. Started out flying Hungarian refugees in '56 and has made millions transporting our cargo.
The ambassador looks at Jenkins with disbelief.
He's the CEO of World Airways?
Yes, sir. He's been pushing to evacuate the more northern areas. Think they're, unstable.
Daly unsuccessfully tries to get a server's attention who has a tray of cocktails. Jenkins gets closer to the ambassador.
I invited him so you could talk.
The ambassador catches Daly's eye.
Mr. Daly, we appreciate all you do for us.
And you for me, Mr. Ambassador.
So I hear you have some concerns about our peace plan.
Daly pulls out a flask from his dinner jacket and takes a swig. He leans over to the ambassador.
No disrespect, Mr. Ambassador, but the Emperor has no clothes.
I beg your pardon.
Daly looks at all the guests, then looks at the ambassador.
The North is coming our way, but I'm sure your intelligence has already told you that. Looks like peace is not on the Viet Cong's agenda.
A South Vietnamese general, 55, sits across from Daly, tries to confidently take charge.
Mr. Daly, sir, there is nothing to be concerned about. You will make people, uncomfortable with that kind of talk.
Daly leans over the table and stares at the general.
General, you know better than anyone. You are no match for the North, thanks to the Paris Peace Accord.
Mr. Daly, what are you talking about?
Article 7 of the Paris Peace Accord. About replacing armament?
It allows the South to replace their equipment on a one-to-one basis.
But didn't limit the North. They built up 5 times as much armament. They are coming.
Hogwash. They don't want our boys returning.
Daly takes another swig from the flask.
The minute Nixon left office, North Vietnam knew we didn't have the balls to send troops back.
President Ford
We'll not do squat. 58,000 American soldiers dead. Think about that. Enough to fill up every damn seat in Yankee Stadium.
I'm personally aware of the loss of American lives in South Vietnam.
An awkward silence is penetrated by a nervous cough or two. Daly seems confused by the silence. He rambles on.
The American people have seen enough bloodshed. Folks, we're not coming back.
Mr. Daly, we all understand your interest in all this.
No, Mr. Ambassador, I don't think you do understand my interest.
A server walks by and Daly grabs him and grabs a drink off his tray. He gulps down a shot of bourbon. He winces.
With the exception of the general here, I've been here longer than all of you people combined. Seen things you haven't.
Daly gets up out of his chair. He walks over to a window.
Hell, financially, I've made out better than a leprechaun at the end of a rainbow.
Daly looks at the busy streets of Saigon. He sees toddlers playing in the street gutters. Older children beg in the streets as dusk turns into darkness under a streetlight.
But the stakes have changed, gentlemen. The North is forcing our hand, and I'm going all in.
All in.
Daly pauses and looks at the general and then the ambassador.
On saving innocent women and children from being left behind.
Left behind. This is their country.
Daly stands by the window. He stares at children in the street.
What's left of it?
He watches several mixed-race kids fight over a single bowl of rice that spills onto the ground. Daly continues to stare at them and keeps looking out the window.
General, what is that foot game with the feathery thing kids play? Dakakuk or something?
Dakal.
Yeah, that's it. I used to love watch those 11 and 12-year-old boys laughing and playing the game in the streets. Reminded me of the fun I had playing stickball when I was a kid back in Chicago.
Daly takes a step towards the general. Daly is animated and smiling.
See, I was amazed at how they could keep that colorful feather thing going round with their feet. Round and round in a circle forever. One boy would jump out, another would jump in without missing a beat. One would be eliminated and another would take his place. You don't see that anymore, do you, General? Well, in the streets anyway.
Things change, Mr. Daly. Priorities change.
Yeah, I guess you're right, General. General, where are all those 11 and 12-year-old children?
Those children are soldiers defending their country.
Daly becomes angry. He gets closer to the general.
Those soldiers are children that should be playing children's games.
That's enough, Daly.
Daly walks back over to the window. He watches a few more dirty kids come to beg in the street.
Couldn't agree more, sir. It is enough already.
Daly emphatically points to the street.
The only children left playing here are the ones in the streets. Children of American GIs discarded like yesterday's newspaper.
No one is being discarded. We are not going anywhere. These agreements need time to take hold.
Need time? Mr. Ambassador, we've been here 14 years. How much more time for things to take hold?
Daly walks out of the embassy and tips his hat to Corey the Marine Guard. Street children mob Daly as he hands them money and walks away.